of flowers that bloom and fall, the beat over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to see you here right now. You are the place my only home. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day. We spread like flowers in the day. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I, let's fly the soul that we're together. Can you feel my heartbeat? So take my hand to them tomorrow. The crowd back a lot of me. You give me strength and give me play. To dark the darkness. Let's fall, yeah, I'll live up. Sparks just like Hibana. Light up like Hibana.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Hi, Noodle!
Pieces! Attack us!
This one's mine!
Let loose! Eat this!
I'm not so good with airborne.
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
The earth throbs in pain.
Dragon form!
Look sharp!
Luna Rondo! You're mine! This one's all mine!
Do it!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done! Escape my judgment! In here!
Take this!
Spin!
You're finished!
Come in handy when crafting weapons. Let's dispose of the trash.
Going in!
Can't get out of this!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Okay.
In here! Laser Studios! It's a tool of the arts!
Dragon form!
Freeze laser!
Blind freeze! Seal, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Come on!
The enemy wields arms too.
You'll soon see about that!
I'm not done!
Now you're right! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Dragon form! Dragon form! Burn!
This one's mine! Please now!
You're mine!
Now!
You'll pay for that!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us?
around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
That's not enough!
Dragon form! Okay, here I go.
One more!
You're finished!
Tiger blade!
Got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Dragon form! You're mine! An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Damn it! Take this!
Lightning orb!
It's over!
When is time?
Take this!
Now!
No escape! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix
Cyclone! Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Here, let the marksman
Here I
handle
come!
this!
Burning hell!
Alright!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Crush! Dragon Swarm!
Do it! Lightning orb! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No choice!
Here goes!
Here I come!
You wanna play?
You're finished!
Now you see what I can do!
Not an air freebie! My best!
Take this! All mine!
Look sharp! Concentration!
You're finished! Dragon Swarm!
Purge malevolence!
Orochi's Fury!
Do it!
No escape! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Will this help?
This
Take
one's
this!
mine!
Healing circle! My astral energy! Dance to the wind!
Dragon Form! Orochi's Fury!
Flame of fury!
I'm ready to go!
Dragon Swarm!
Denied!
One at a time! Let them... Marksman handle this.
Look sharp!
Orochi's Fury!
Make it rain!
It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle! Certainly not bad. No complaints here.
Get lost!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Try harder!
Sloppy!
Stay away from my friend!
Quit trying to keep up with the wall!
You're on! You're mine! Come and face me!
Where are you going?
It's over! Eat dirt!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me.
Dragon
This
Form!
one's
No
now.
complaints
Now.
here!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Dragon Form! I can carve through walls!
We managed to turn the tide.
For now, but things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert. Freeze, Lancer!
Take this! I'm not done!
Do it!
Trigger!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Take this!
With astral
I'm not
energy!
done!
Take freeze, Lancer! Tiger blade!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
And the pummeling to me!
Freeze, Lancer! Dance in the
Orochi's
wind!
Fury!
Time to shut!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet and... The true power of the blazing sword.
It's only as strong as the one who wields it.
You truly mean that? Thank you.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
More diamond runes here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Out of our way!
Okay, here I go. Dragon Swarm! Orochi's Fury! Okay, here I go. I'll take you all on. Ready and ready. I'm not done. You're finished. Take this.
We managed to turn the tide!
For now,
Dragon
but
Swarm!
things could shift at a moment's
Never
notice.
miss. You're right. Better stay alert.
Here, let me help.
What I can do!
First
I
aid!
owe you one.
Divine
escape.
Streak! One more time! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. With your flame, was in my technique.
We're stronger together than we are apart. That's far enough!
You're mine!
Escape my judgment!
Munarongo!
Take this!
Rising Falcon!
Tiger Blade!
Strike!
Fall!
Orochi's Fury!
Right here! I got call!
Spread!
Great Tiger Blade!
Here's the evil! Thunderblade!
This one's mine!
Raining Slash!
Photon
Muda!
raging!
Take this!
In here!
No escape!
Healing circle!
Tiger Blade! Here I come!
No escape! Dragon Swarm!
Pieces! Attack time!
You're mine! It's over! Take this! Munarongo! Rising Falcon! You're mine!
This one's mine! Take this!
Mirage!
Steering column!
You're spicier than you look! Can't change the future without getting your hands dirty. Dramatic.
Let's refrain from losing.
Sure it builds up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
water! Hear my call!
Crunch!
Spread! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear! Heal evil! Arcane fury! Freeze lancer! Freeze lancer! Dance in the wind! In here!
Raining slash!
Water! Hear my call! Spread!
Dragon Sword!
Arcane evil! Freeze lancer!
You're mine! My turn!
More with that
You're mine!
Here! Now!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Any injuries?
Gotta break through! You're mine!
Get behind me!
Don't mind if I do!
This one is mine!
Take this!
Let them lock in handle this!
Ignite!
Make it work! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
I owe you one
Here I come!
A freezing storm!
Dragon Swarm!
Thank you. Where are you going? Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn! Dragon Swarm!
You're stronger than any Renan soldier I've ever met. In
We
here!
don't just let anybody have a place in the Royal Guard.
Indeed.
You're mine!
So I see.
Escape!
Thunderblaze! Too much to handle.
Going far enough!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Now you see what I can do!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Gisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why? said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Arch sealed! Fall into time! Will this help?
Look sharp!
Enjoy.
I owe you one for that.
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Die.
Time is up!
Here I come!
No further.
Look sharp!
Lightning or blazing cascade!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Take this! Local fury!
Enjoy.
You're mine! You'll pay for that! Move away!
Guess I had to do this sometime. It's here!
Here's the healer!
Strike!
Take this. That's it. Die.
I have to try.
I'll bring you back from
Enjoy.
death. I'll bring you back from death to
Here.
this. I'll bring you back from death to this.
Entertain me.
I'll bring you back from death to this. Seal.
Flaming meteor!
Cyan instant.
You require enjoy.
No escape! Raining flash! Move away!
Going in!
Die.
Into the
Going in!
shadows.
Nothing gets by me! Denied!
Here.
Here I come! Take this!
Fool.
Orochi's fury!
Going
In
in!
here. Healing circle. More for the stockpile.
You aren't your human.
To stop you dying? Hey, here I go. Water, this one's mine.
Flaming meteor!
Try harder! Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind. Reload.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just... Hey, new equipment!
Like this should be easy.
You're
mine! I owe you one. Ignite! Take this! Strike!
Tiger Blade!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Going in!
Orochi's Fury!
Freeze Lancer!
You're finished!
Going
We
in!
did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Take it! Go!
Blue escape!
Feel it!
Blew away!
I'll be saving this one!
This one's
I'm
mine!
not done!
Wonder Blade! Far enough! Make it rain!
I can feel my precision improving.
What's that big tower over there? Not this way, I guess.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Aw, who's a good boy? Wait, why am I petting you?
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my...
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Not this way, I guess.
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Dragon Sword!
Do it! Steel!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Now! Lunar Rondo!
Look sharp!
You're mine! I'm not done!
None shall
all
escape
mine.
my judgment!
Burn! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Great!
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies! Woo!
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
Guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.